Hey, what is going on guys, ZKDrifter458 here, and today I'm bringing you a sort of different video on a game that I haven't really been talking about much, and that is Project Cars. Now, you may have heard me in a couple of videos ago that I said I was going to be making a video all about it. This is that video. So basically I'm going to be giving you the lowdown of all the things that you could find in the game and possibly explain why that it could be a Forza / Gran Turismo 6 killer, because it's kind of more simulation, so I would kind of say it's more Gran Turismo like, but it also has some key features that are quite similar to Forza. So, and as we all know, Forza 5 did not go down well, apart from the graphics front and like the fans' hearts and that. I know there are still some die-hard fans out there. I've kind of lost interest in it, so this is why I'm interested in this game. So anyway, I'll provide like screenshots and trailers and that, as you'll probably see. Anyway, so what I want to talk about first is the career / single player features. Now, Project Cars provides a number of different ways to play in the career, or I mean like different ways to play, like career, solo, online, and there's one called community. So, and they're saying that on the website, they say that these four make up the pillars that are represented in the logo, like the little 4 lines, which sounds like quite a good idea. I quite like that, and are a testament to all the players to have like freedom and variety when playing the game. So yeah, those wishing to follow a more structured representation of a driver's career can do so in career mode. Those wishing to prove their skill can do so online, and a number of community features allow players to share, compete and connect, which is really cool. So yeah, but if you want to jump into like a quick game, or like try out a new car, or practice an unfamiliar track, and that's where the solo features come in, which is very good to hear, because anyway, what we're talking about right now is the quick race weekends. Now, with the quick race weekends, you can create your own single event with a total control over its location, structure, number, and type of like sessions, and weather time and length, for example. That's most of the features you can do with that. This means that you can create anything from like a short race on a go-kart track to like a full endurance track. I'm not too sure if you can do 24 hours Le Mans, but it'd be pretty damn cool if you could. Anyway, you can actually get, this is the thing I nearly missed out there, you can get qualifying and practice sessions through that run, through the night as well, with the weather making a very big change on like your handling. You can even perform warm-up and formation laps and like accelerate the time of day up to 240x speed, which is really cool that you can do that, and choose exactly where you want to start on the grid, which is you can go from the back and then you can go to the front, or you can start at the front like a cheater. Because I actually quite like that. That's pretty damn cool. And then when you enter an event, if you choose prior to the race, you'll start in the pit box with a number of options available to you. So you can either watch the timings of like other people and opponents qualifying in their warm-ups, or switch to the monitor to watch them live, tweak your tuning setup, or you can use your pit strategy for the upcoming race. This means you can create some amazing events. The good thing is that you can save your events to like the driver network. So if you make like one, let's just say it goes around Monaco in a certain night, a certain time of day, certain weather and stuff like that, etc, you can save it, and I think actually other people can use it, which is really cool. So yeah, and then we get on to probably my favourite bit, the free practice mode. Now, Project Cars covers a wide variety of motorsports and car types and has the largest roster of track locations of recent years. So it's sometimes better to kind of experiment and learn on your own away from the competition. So yeah, free practice allows you to hire out a location for a track day, which is really cool, like I said of that, and use it for private testing or your own fun. There are no time restrictions, just like any other game you would imagine. No lap counters, no flags or penalties, so it's ideal. So it's the ideal time to like tune your car and get it ready for the race and that, which is really bloody cool. Really is. So yeah, basically moving on to the setups and strategies, you're going to have full control over these and your car's performance slash handling, race day statistics, and you'll be able to choose your own like tuning setups and pit strategies, which I think is very, very cool indeed. But in addition to this, you get a pit engineer. You'll also be assisted. You'll be assisted by him during the race. For example, like he's going to give you information on weather changes, incidents around the track, changes in race position, and timings, corner informations, and more. So you may be wondering, EK, who's the pit engineer going to be? Well, some say he has an impeccable talent for writing books, and he was shot 3 times in the back by 3 middle-aged men, but all we know that he's not the Stig, but it's the Stig's sacked cousin, aka Ben Collins. I actually took a wee while to write that anyway, but hope you guys enjoyed that. But anyway, it's actually quite a good idea that they're bringing Ben Collins in, because even though he is sacked Stig, he's a Le Mans racer, I believe. He's done some Le Mans racing. He's done some, I think he's done touring car racing, or is it like GT3 racing? I'm not too sure, but it says on the website he does Le Mans racing, so yeah. But getting away from like the career stuff now, and I'm going to move on to the graphics now. This is probably the best part of this game. It really, really is, because as you can see in the screenshots and the trailers right now, mostly the screenshots, because it really, really gives off the detail of this game. But anyway, I'm going to take a gamble here and say that it's very possibly the best looking racing game ever made, or should I say, in the world, according to Clarkson. So yeah. Now the game will be available on both next-gen consoles, Xbox One and PS4, but the PC, as usual, will get the best bunch for visual-wise. So apparently you can actually go up to 12K visuals on PC, which is absolutely mind-blowing. And the other great thing is that the game is actually going to be supported by Oculus Rift and Sony's Project Morpheus. Although I've heard this makes a lot of people feel sick, but it's still a super cool idea. So yeah, sorry about that, guys. But yeah, there's also a version for the little Nvidia Shield handheld console, which apparently is still going to run at 1080p 60 frames per second, which is incredible, because considering the size of that wee thing, it's absolutely tiny. Absolutely tiny. Now, if you're unaware what the Nvidia's like, I'm trying to think, it's like a Nintendo DS, but picture it more like an Xbox, with like a flip-up screen or something. It's like a mini laptop, if you know what I mean, but it's pretty damn cool looking. Really, really is. Now, the other good thing about having Oculus Rift and the other ones, for example, is the multiple camera angles, which is going to help you like get into that more 3D real effect, like whether you want the full adrenaline fueled edge of the seat racing in the helmet interior view, or you just want to see the track more clearly and hear the engines roar. It's going to be better in the exterior view for that, basically. But anyway, the thing I wanted to talk about now is the tracks. Now, this is very, very impressive. Very, very impressive. This basically craps on Forza 5. It basically does, so yeah. It just feels endless with tracks. Now, I'm not going to mention them all, but I'm going to have a damn good try and try and get most of them in. So anyway, here goes for a deep breath. Now, they are split up on this website into different like categories, like European circuits, American circuits, Asian circuits, for example. So anyway, the ones I'm going to mention are the ones that kind of stand out for me. So anyway, we've got Monaco, Hockenheim, Spa, Circuit de Catalonia, Imola, Donington Racetrack, Nürburgring, Nürburgring GP, Mugello, Zolder, Circuit de la Sarthe, Bugatti Circuit, Monza. I don't know if this is a typo, but it says BRNO. I don't know. Then Silverstone. And then the American circuits, we have Willow Springs, which I'm very glad that's in, Watkins Glen, Sonoma Raceway, Laguna Seca, Road America. And then for the Asian circuits, I don't know why this one's in there, because it's kind of like more Abu Dhabi, but it's the Dubai Autodrome. Then we've got, sorry if I pronounce this one, guys, but the Zahuya, I don't know, it's in the Asian Zahuya. And then we've got, obviously, Suzuka. And then Oceania circuits, which is basically Australian circuits. And you can only really think of one, can't you? Mount Panorama, which is basically Bathurst, so yeah. And then we've got historic tracks. Now, this is very, very good, and I'm glad they brought this in here because they've got Hockenheim pre-2002, Rouen les Azarts, something like that, Monza 1967, and Solitude Renskog. Yeah, I don't know what the hell that one is, but anyway, we've only got a couple of bits to go. May as well tell you all of them, guys. So these are oval tracks. We've got the Charlotte Motor Speedway, Dover, Indianapolis Speedway, Richmond, Bristol, Daytona. Kart tracks, we've got Belgian Forest Karting Circuit, Chesterfield, Glencairn, I think it's called, Somerton, and then possibly the best track in this game. I wouldn't call it a track, but it's a road. But if you've still not seen the video of the Audi R8 V10 Plus going down the California highway, I'll link it down below because it is to die for if you're a petrol head. So anyway, the country roads, as it's quoted on this, is the California highway, and then the Azure Coast, which is basically the Monaco coast and stuff like that, which is really, really cool. And then fictional tracks, we get a test track now. We don't know what this is yet. I don't even know myself, but anyway. And then after that, this is the last one, guys. Planned/confirmed tracks. Now, Brands Hatch has been confirmed. Alton Park, Snetterton, Cadwell Park, I can't even say half the tracks in this. Ruapuna Park, Old Spa, which I've seen, which is very, very good indeed. Milan Oval, Macau, and Sachin Test Track. Now, that is all the tracks so far, guys. That is mental. I would say that's over 50, run about over 50, which is absolutely crazy, which takes a dump on Forza 5, it really, really does. It's absolutely mental. So, if you want to see all the tracks again, the link will be in the description, same with the cars that I'm going to be moving on to now, so yes. Now, there are more cars than I first figured, so what I've done is pick out the ones that kind of stand out most to me. And yet again, there's going to be a link in the description so you can see the full list. I don't know why on this certain website, but they block, it's like a white piece of, it's not a piece of paper, but a white cover when it gets to Mercedes. So best bet if you want to see the rest of them, copy it and then go into Microsoft Word and then paste so you can see the rest. But anyway, the ones that stand out for me is the Audi A1 Quattro. I didn't know that was coming in, so that is my favourite hot hatchback of all time. So yeah, I'm glad to see that's in a game, apart from Need for Speed Most Wanted 2012 and Need for Speed World. The Audi R8 V10 Plus, the BAC Mono, yes. Now this one caught me by surprise. I didn't know this was in this. I haven't actually seen it before. It's the 1940 BMW 328 Touring Coupe. Now, I'll leave a link for it down below for like Google Images and that, because it surprisingly looks very, very nice indeed. So yeah. Moving on from that, we've got the Caterham R500 Superlight. We actually have 3 Caterhams in this game. There's like a classic one, the R500, and there's, I believe, an SR version. I don't know. And then moving on, we've got the 1972 Ford Escort RS 1600 Mark 1. Oh yes, finally it's in a game. I'm so glad of that. I'm going to be doing it with Fast and Furious 6 colours. It's going to be epic. Then another good car that I've hardly seen in the game, the 1980 Ford Capri Zack Speed Edition. Now, I would have loved it better if it was like normal Capri and then you could do it up for the Zack Speed, but yeah, I'm not complaining because it looks like an absolute beast. And then we've got the Ginetta G50. Ginetta is quite rare in like games today. The recent game that I remember Ginetta being in is Test Drive Unlimited 2, because I think they've got the G40 in it, I'm not too sure. Or something like that, I don't know what it's called. Then we've got the McLaren P1, obviously the MP4-12C is going to be in it as well, along with the F1, which looks very, very good in this game. But the P1, oh yes, oh yes. But anyway, the Mercedes SLS AMG, the Mercedes A45 AMG, and this is a good one for all our tuner fans, the Mitsubishi Evo 10 FQ400 now. That is a very, very good, like, tweaked version from Mitsubishi for the Evo. Really, really good car. Then, obviously, I think this is, like, the star of the game, the Pagani Huayra, because it pops up nearly everywhere. And then we've got the Pagani Zonda Cinque Roadster with the roof off. Oh my god! You could actually take the roof off at this time, whereas Forza have it, and it's called the Roadster in Forza, but they keep the roof on, which kind of makes no sense. So yeah, then we've got the Pagani Zonda R, the Palmer Jaguar GP LM, which is a very, very good car indeed. You might have seen Richard Hammond driving it on very, very old Top Gear. It was like the second season. It's an epic, epic track car. Then we've got the Radical, I can't even say it, the RXC Turbo. And then the new Renault Clio RS Cup, which I'm very, very glad that's coming in. It's not been in a game yet. Although there was rumours it was meant to come into Need for Speed Rivals. That didn't happen. So I'm glad that's finally coming into a game. And then one that I was never expecting, the Renault Laguna British Touring Car Championship 1999. It is a quite average car, but I'm actually glad it's in because there's not many average cars in this game. So yeah, it's really, really cool. I like how they put that in there. Then obviously we've got the Ruffs, for example, the Ruffs CTR3, which is basically the Carrera GT. This is the 2012 version. There was older version, but the 2012 version looks badass. Really, really does. The Ruff RGT-8, which is basically the new 911 2013 edition / the turbo, kind of like that. But that was just a bunch of the amazing cars that are in this game. There's actually more than I expected, and a few of my favourites have made it into the game. And it's nice to see older cars which have never been in a game, like I'm not too sure if the old Escort's never been in a game. I'm not too sure, but I know the Mark II has been in Forza several times, so it's nice to see the Mark I come in there. But at the moment, the variety is great, but as I said, in the moment, it doesn't quite stack up, and I can't believe I'm going to say this, to Forza 5's car count, which is tiny compared to other titles. For example, Forza 4 had over half more, like 2 times as much cars at the start of the game as Forza 5. So basically, but just like Forza 5, the cars are going to be stratospherically detailed, right down to the bone. Personally, I think Project Cars models look at least 2 or 3 times better than Forza's. I'm just saying. I know there's going to be fanboys attacking me for that, but if you look at it on PC, even on consoles, like for the proper trailers and that, and like proper screenshots, as you can see here, it looks amazing. It really, really does. So yeah, that is all I've got for Project Cars at the moment, guys. I'm going to be giving you more information as soon as it's released. Tell me what you think in the comments. Do you think this is giving Turn 10 something to be truly terrified about? In my opinion, yeah, it really, really has, because no, I'm not dissing Turn 10 in any way or Forza at all. I believe in them. If they can take all the things into consideration about like the cars, tracks, weather, then Forza 6 might be a great game. That depends if they basically crap on us with DLC again. Now, don't get me wrong, you may have heard recently that they're bringing out a couple of more DLC patches, which is quite good, so I have a funny feeling the most community wanted cars will be in that packs, so you never know, they might have a wee chance to redeem themselves. But anyway, it's kind of the same story for like cars and like the games with the crew to Forza Horizon 2. Now obviously we haven't seen Forza Horizon 2 footage yet, but we've seen tons of the crew, and personally I still think the crew is going to come out on top. I really, really think it is. But anyway guys, as I said, tell me in the comments below what you think. Subscribe today if you want to see more videos on Project Cars, Forza 5, etc, etc, etc. We're getting real close to E3 guys, so hopefully we get some more information on Project Cars there, and I cannot wait to pick it up in November. So thanks for watching, please do leave it a like if you've enjoyed, subscribe as I said, and I'll see you later guys, peace.